And I asked them, what's wrong with my child? And the next thing I heard was that they broke the windows of his car.
Speaking through an interpreter, a Richmond mother who asked not to have her face shown describes the moment she was on the phone with her son Wednesday morning as he was being arrested by ICE agents in the Southwood apartment complex. She says by the time she got to his car, he was gone.
And so I stood there like crazy screaming, and I called the police and I said, I don't know where my son is.
She's identified her son as 21-year-old Ricardo Martinez Cantarero and reported him missing to Richmond police. RPD says they found ICE agents in the neighborhood who confirmed her son was in their custody. RPD adds they had nothing to do with the operation and confirmed Cantarero had no active warrants with their department, but deferred to ICE for any additional information. CBS 6 sent an ICE spokesperson a list of questions and are waiting a response. His mother says she thinks it's related to a court date he was unaware of, saying he and his twin brother crossed the border at 16 from Honduras and were in the process of applying for asylum, but that was disrupted by the pandemic. She says the court never contacted them to resume the process, but says her son told her yesterday afternoon from jail that he was told he missed a court date in June.
And he had said that he didn't get a single piece of paper, a document regarding it, and they didn't call me or to ask me anything.
The mother says her son wasn't avoiding the legal system, adding he went to court to get a driver's license after a traffic violation.
He did the responsible thing, which was to go get his license, because a lot of people don't go.
She says Cantarero has no major charges, as she put it, but his twin did and was deported last year and says they've been mistaken for each other in the past. Online court records for Cantarero shows numerous traffic violations and 4 criminal charges in Richmond in 2023, including 2 misdemeanor counts of assault and battery. Those charges were set aside last year, but hypothetically could be brought back by prosecutors. Henrico court records also show Cantarero found guilty of falsely IDing himself to law enforcement in 2023 and was sentenced to 6 months in jail, though most of that sentence was suspended.
No one should live in fear in the United States of America. Nobody should. As well, fundamentally, there is no one that's illegal.
Cantarero's arrest drew condemnation from Richmond lawmakers and community activists who say ICE have been operating in the neighborhood for months, creating a culture of fear.
Because from what I've heard from community members who are directly impacted, they don't feel safe to go in public spaces. I've met victims of shootings who feel unsafe going to court and to testify as a witness because of what they've been seeing.
Richmond police chief said in his mid-year crime briefing 911 calls from Southwood had dropped 34%, which he attributed to ICE. But the actions of the federal agency have drawn support of the Trump administration, who secured more funding to increase operations in the recently signed One Big Beautiful bill, saying last week they were making good on their promise to, quote, rid our communities of these threats to public safety, end quote. Meanwhile, Virginia's Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin has also supported the actions, regardless of the criminal history of those arrested, and pushed back earlier this month on claims it was making communities less safe.
When there is someone who has broken the law, who is here illegally, when they are in fact arrested, that it does something to make neighborhoods less safe. And it just doesn't hold water. It just doesn't.
And he said, I don't know why they're taking all the Hispanic people. People who are workers should stay, and they're taking all the hard workers.
Meanwhile, back at Southwood, Cantarero's mother says she doesn't know what will come next, as he was the main provider for their family, including her 1-year-old son, his brother.
And that's what worries me the most, because he's the one that provides for our family.
And the mother said that in her phone call with her son yesterday, he said that whatever does come next is God's plan. Again, we have reached out to ICE for more information about his case, the charges, and when his next appearance in court is, and are waiting to hear back. In Richmond, Cameron Thompson, CBS 6 News.